Episode 57. Grace takes time out and does some frequency therapy with Miss Yokoshona. This is exactly what I need, Miss Yokoshona. Yes, Grace, this is exactly what we need. Michael comes in the room. Do I hear Japanese music playing? Said Michael. Yes, said Grace. Come on in. Oh, how lovely. As Michael and Grace and Mrs. Yokoshona take it, the vibrant sounds in, a cool breeze comes through the pool area. This is just what the doctor ordered, said Grace to Michael. Michael agrees. Mrs. Yokoshona gets her kimono on and dances. So beautiful. Michael, I feel all warm inside. I don't know about you, but this makes pregnancy feel so delightful. I can't disagree with you at all, Grace. This puts me in the mood. It does, doesn't it? It makes the roses look so beautiful. I'm going to let Miss Yokoshona relax. She looks so peaceful. As Michael and Grace leave the room, they realize how peaceful it was to have enjoyed a little time with Miss Yokoshona. Wow, Michael. So you like the idea of spending time down there by the rose bush? Said Michael. Yes, the cherry blossoms are so beautiful. Perfect Japanese garden. Perfect, said Grace. I'm going to have to take Mom and Dad down there for that. Wow. The kids are at school, said Grace. Yep, they're still at school, said Michael. I'm going to pick them up in a little bit. I'm going to write my forward. I'm going to talk about Oriental Gardens for a little bit. That's therapy, Michael. That's what therapy feels like. That's frequency therapy, said Michael. That's exactly what it's supposed to feel like. It's supposed to feel good. I'm so at peace. You want to do it again? Yeah, Michael, I could do that all day long. Why not? Why not take some time out for you? Yeah, why not? Those cherry blossoms, I didn't even notice them. The bamboo flute is so beautiful. Did you notice that? Yeah, I did, said Michael. I did notice that. How delightful. It's so pleasant. It's so peaceful. As Michael and Grace relished in the moment, they get a knock at the door. Wonder who it could be, Michael. Oh, it's Nan. Nan, come on in. Oh, hi, Nan. Hello. How you doing? Doing a lot better. You missed it. Missed what? Said Nan. We were just downstairs having frequency therapy. Oh, really? Explain. Well, we had Japanese music playing. We were in a Japanese garden downstairs, pruned, and, well, let's just say there's yellow roses, red roses, and an oriental garden with cherry blossoms and a bamboo flute playing. And let's just say Mrs. Yokomono did such a beautiful job in the garden that it is just excellent. It's just exquisite. Really, you make it sound so nice. So, what was the frequency therapy? The bamboo Japanese music playing in the backdrop. Oh, that sounds like something that's right up my alley. Um, Michael said to Nan, Nan, you have to go down there and try it. I think I'm going to go down there and escape. We need all to go and escape to the Oriental Garden. It's so pleasant. It's so pleasurable and it's so delightful. You make it sound so nice, said Nan, that honestly, it's like it's like a vacation away from all the stress and anxiety of this life. Well, that's what it's meant for. That's the whole point, said Grace. To be quite honest, you probably need it more than ever. It's like a vacation. It sounds like we all need a vacation, don't you think? Michael agrees and nods. You know, that's exactly what we need. We need to go on a vacation. I feel so under stressed. I feel overwhelmed, said Michael. I feel like we need to go down there and just listen to bamboo music right now, said Michael. Let's take Nan down and let's go down and listen to the Oriental music for a little bit. Nan, how do you feel about listening to frequency therapy for a little bit? I would love to, said Nan. Take me down. As Michael and Grace take Nan downstairs, the bamboo music is playing, and Nan is so surprised. She sees the cherry blossoms and the rose bush, and she sees Mrs. Yokomono dancing. Wow. Michael just lays down on the couch and relaxes. Michael, you just take as much time as you need to relax, said Grace. And Michael just closes his eyes and relaxes. I love you, Michael. I love you too, Grace. Nan, you go ahead and sit on the lounge chair and relax. This is your time out. As Grace sits down in the lounge chairs next to Michael, they all sit down and relax to beautiful sounds of the bamboo flute. As Mrs. Yokomono is dancing to the beautiful sounds of the bamboo flute and the Japanese music, Grace just stares into this beautiful essence of her dance moves. How graceful, how beautiful, Mrs. Yokomono. There's just a quiet calm and a quiet peace about this. As they all sit back and relax and enjoy the sounds of the quiet music, the cherry blossoms just sprout, covering over the beautiful herbal garden. What a wonderful sight, says Grace, as Michael continues to keep his eyes closed and take in the moment. This is so wonderful. As Michael and Nan and Grace go upstairs, Mrs. Yokomona is resting. Wow, that was such a beautiful experience, said Nan. I don't think I felt that much peace in so long. I felt like we escaped to Japan and came home. And yeah, Michael said, I think we need to do that more often, Nan. I have to agree, said Grace. I feel so good. I could take a nap, said Michael. Michael, why don't you take a nap? Yeah, I have a couple hours before I have to pick up the kids. So as Grace and Michael decide to take a nap, Nan said, I think I'm going to do the same. I don't have to work today. I'm going to go home and take a nap myself. As Nan sees herself out the door, we'll see you later, Nan. Have a good rest. Nan sees herself out the door. Michael and Grace decide to rest. Oh, how peaceful, Michael. Oh, baby. I don't think I felt this good since we got married. As they ease into their bed and relax into their bed, quiet peace comes over Michael, and a quiet peace comes over Grace. Shortly as they wake up, well, Michael, it's 2 o'clock. We better get ready to go pick up the kids. Grace, stay home. I'm going to pick up the kids myself. Are you sure? Yeah, stay here. Relax. I got this. Okay, Michael. I'm going to sleep a little bit longer. You sleep as long as you need to, Grace. Remember, you're in your third trimester. We got to see the OB tomorrow. If you keep doing this, you're going to be just fine. Any day now, you should be ready to pop out that baby. Pop out that baby. Any day now. I still have 2 more months. Not really, Grace. You have a month and a half. It's almost October. That's true. I am further along than I realize. Just take it easy, Grace, and breathe. Lamaze classes begin soon. You should be okay. Yeah, breathe. Just breathe. Before you know it, your baby will be here. Mom and Dad are going to stick around and help you out. Yes. Okay, I'm going to go get the kids. I'll see you in a little bit. I love you, my bride. I love you, my love. As Michael walks out the door to pick up the kids. Michael picks up the kids at school. They're excited as always to show off their best art projects. And they get home. Mom's asleep, so don't wake Mom up, okay? Said Michael to the kids as the kids hurry up to their bedroom to play with their toys. And Michelle meets them upstairs to turn on their favorite program. They all relax and take it easy for the evening. As dinner is served by Mom and Dad, they make their special meatloaf and mashed potatoes. The kids sit at the table as Mom is still resting and taking it easy. Michael goes in to check on Grace. Grace, are you okay? Yes, baby, I'm sleeping still. Would you like meatloaf and mashed potatoes? You could bring it in with the breakfast table if you could. Sure, honey, I'll be right back. He brings it in the breakfast table, the meatloaf and mashed potatoes with a glass of milk. Here, baby, relax. Thank you, honey. 2 weeks later, after all the hustle and bustle of school year, as it's well on its way, the doctor's report is progress has been made. Lamaze classes are going very well. Everything seems to be going so well for everybody. Suddenly, she gets a kick. Grace says, Michael, the baby's kicking up a storm. What should I do? It's okay, Grace. You're almost close to having your baby. Okay, just breathe like your Lamaze teacher taught you. The doctor said you're doing fine, you're doing good. Remember, you're almost there. As time progresses, phone calls are coming in and pouring in to check on Grace's condition, to see how she's doing. And here we are. as we are closer to the due date. It's November and we are close to the due date. 2 weeks before the due date, she gets a phone call from Marissa. Marissa's calling in. Hey Grace, how you feeling, honey? I'm feeling a little ready to get. mm, I'm ready for a baby to be born, is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like this baby's ready to go. Are you okay? No, I'm hurting. You think you're ready to deliver? I could deliver any day now, said the doctor. I could go in early, is what the doctor said. Really, said Marissa. Well, keep me posted, okay? I will, said Grace. I'm going to lay down. Okay, Marissa said. I love you, said Marissa. I love you too. And then suddenly it happened. Her water breaks. Michael? Yes, Grace. My water just broke. Grace, I got the suitcase. Let me tell mom and dad I'm going to take you to the hospital. Okay? Mom, dad, Grace's water just broke. I'm going to take her to the hospital. Can you watch the kids? Tell Michelle I'll be taking Grace to the hospital. Are you ready, Grace? Yes, I'm ready. Let's go. As Grace and Michael head to the hospital. It's okay, Grace, Michael said. You're ready to have this baby. I'm ready. I'm ready to have the baby. Oh, Grace, I love you so much. I'm so touched by this. This is going to change everything. Remember that. I love you so much. I don't think I've ever loved you more than I've loved you at this moment. You're about to have the baby. As Grace pulls in to the emergency room with Michael, Michael said to Grace, listen, I know they're going to ask me to park the car somewhere else, but let's get into the emergency room and get you checked in. They check her in and they go into the clinic. Listen, before we go in, I just want to tell you, I'm so proud of you, said Michael. I love you, Michael, said Grace. We're here. My wife's water broke. Can you tell me what to do next? As he's holding the suitcase in his right hand. Okay, her water broke, said the nurse. Okay, let's get her into the emergency room exit. Let's put her emergency room band in and we'll check her in the registration. Okay. All right. All right, Grace, this is it. Let's wheel her in. Okay, the orderlies are going to wheel her in. All right, Grace, you ready? I'm ready. Okay. They wheel Grace up to the maternity ward. All right, Grace, here it is. We're in the maternity ward. When they start telling you to push, you know what to do. You just breathe and you push. If it feels like you have to go to the bathroom, you know that it's time. Just listen to the doctor. Just keep pushing and keep pushing. As Grace continues to listen to Michael tell her to calm down and breathe, she gets up on the gurney and into the stirrups, and the nurses make sure that her IVs are all up and ready and the epidural is going through. She continues to push slowly and gradually as she goes into labor. And there she goes into labor. And as she continues to push and push, you hear a quiet sound of a baby's cry. And Grace screams out loud, She's here. She's here. Michael, she's here. And the baby burst out into tears. And the obstetrician and the doctor says, you got a beautiful baby girl. She's healthy. And they embrace and kiss. Michael and Grace are hugging on to each other. And Michael and Grace just hold each other so close as the baby is gently held, gently laid on Grace's chest as they begin to put all the important lines on Grace's baby girl's little body and her little feet, and they bring over the incubator. Grace is so happy, and so is Michael. So the nurse leans over and says, Grace, what is her name? Melissa May Smithton. And Michael's beaming with joy. He's the proud father of a little baby girl named Melissa May Smithton. As the news travels real fast, Mom and Dad hurry to the recovery room. And so does Grandma Yoko Shimoto with Elijah and Jenny. As they all await in the room, they hear the news that their baby girl has been born. And the excitement fills the room as Nan joins in with balloons. And so does Marissa, Michelle, and all their friends, including Johnny on crutches, and Vanessa, and all their other friends and neighbors that they've become friends with. The room is so full of so many friends and family. The excitement just fills the room. As you can hear Oriental music playing in the backdrop. What is that sound? Grandma Yokoshima, you brought Japanese music in. Yeah, I have it playing in the background. Is that okay? Yes, thank you, said Grace. That's delightful. I brought yellow roses from the garden. I hope you like it, said Mrs. Yokoshoto. Oh, they're beautiful. Grace is so happy but so tired. The nurse said, listen, everybody, the baby and Mom are sleepy and tired. You're going to have to wait in the recovery room, waiting room area. They're going to need some rest. As everybody piled in the waiting room, waiting for their turn to see the baby, everybody go in the waiting room. There's Japanese music playing. As Michael made his way into the waiting room, he wanted to hear the music playing. Wow. This is exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you, Mrs. Yoko Mashoto. You're welcome. This is exactly what we needed to hear, something delightful and calming. How you feeling? I feel so great right now, said Michael. How's Grace looking? How's she feel? Well, she's sleeping. She just went through a couple hours of hard labor. Mom, Dad, what do you think? Isn't she the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? You named her Melissa May. I am so happy, son. You did it. You made it. Yes, we did. As Michael goes in and checks on the baby girl. My baby Melissa. Boy, I've never been more proud, Dad. She's so beautiful. I don't know. I got to talk to my other kids. Elijah, Jenny, did you see your little sister? Yes, Daddy. Yes, Daddy. I'm so glad. What a beautiful moment this is. It sure is. Grace is sleeping, and Michael said, let's let Mummy sleep. Okay, Daddy. Okay, Daddy. I love you, Daddy.